Gavin Newsom is breaking his silence after he says the Trump administration blocked him from delivering a pre-scheduled speech at the Economic Forum in Davos.
Now, this comes after the governor was invited by Fortune magazine to speak at the forum. And Fox 40's Chloe Curtis is live in Sacramento this morning. Chloe, this has caused a bit of drama on the world stage this week.
Definitely some drama, to say the least, right? And Governor Gavin Newsom says that it's the White House that's behind pressuring organizers to take him off of that speakers list yesterday. So while he didn't ultimately give a speech at the World Economic Forum, he did participate in a Q&A type session earlier this morning. And during that session, he openly talked about President Trump blasting him for pressuring the organizers not to have him speak at the Economic Forum yesterday. So now this is a situation beginning to play out on the world stage there. Now, the governor was originally invited to speak in Switzerland by Fortune magazine, but the USA House barred the governor from accessing the pavilion, so his speech was ultimately canceled. The State Department is an official partner of the USA House, and Newsom's office says the White House pressured them to keep him out even after President Trump had given Gavin Newsom some positive praise during his speech yesterday. Following that incident, Fortune issued a statement saying in part, quote, Governor Newsom had been invited to participate in a Fortune conversation at USA House in Davos. Subsequently, USA House determined it would not be able to accommodate the governor's participation and communicated that decision to Fortune, end quote.
Paying attention to what the hell is going on in the United States of America. So my state of mind is a little different, perhaps, than many others. I won't be complicit at this moment. I won't. I can't. It breaks my heart. And people need to stand up. People need to, courage of their damn convictions.
The Trump administration did not deny its efforts to prevent Newsom from speaking, but a White House spokesperson did issue this statement saying, quote, no one in Davos knows who third-rate Governor Newsom is or why he is frolicking around for Switzerland instead of fixing the many problems he created in California, end quote. And the World Economic Forum is expected to continue throughout this week and bring in a record number of political leaders from around the world, about 400 leaders that are expected to attend over the next several days there in Switzerland, and also expected to tackle several issues on the world stage, including economic disparities as well as climate change, but also a lot of foreign policy topics surrounding Venezuela, Iran, and of course, Greenland, as we've already seen. Reporting live in Sacramento this morning, covering local news that matters, Chloe Curtis, Fox 40 News.